ISO.
Welcome to the Google Data Studio. I honestly believe that this will be one of the most exciting tutorials this year, not because I'm a super geek, but because it's so empowering. Google Data Studio is totally next level. I love using it for 2 years now. I am generating these reports for all my clients, blending data from Facebook, Business Manager, from Google Ads, from Google Analytics, whatever comes, we can make it work here in Google Data Studio. And it's so beautiful because it is visual, and unlike Google Analytics, it is exactly what a decision maker needs. So you can present them data, you can filter them data, you can make a beautiful dashboard to just like serve their specific needs. That's why I'm so excited to take you for this tour, and let's start by connecting new data source to Google Data Studio. We'll go to create data source, and here you will find a bunch of different options. So unsurprisingly, the entire Google stack is here. You can connect Google Sheets if you want, Google Analytics, Google Ads, all the standard suspects are here. But if you want to import data from like Facebook, you can easily do that by using like Facebook Ads Integrator, a partner connector with developed by Supermetrics. This one is absolutely wonderful. I love it and I definitely recommend it. You can generate data from Instagram, from LinkedIn, you name it, it's here, and it's working like we say here in this region, a Swiss clock, if that rings a bell. But we'll start with a simple integration of Google Analytics. We'll select one of the data sources. Here is demo account in this case for Google Merchandise Store and Master View. This is what we will connect. It's super easy, effortless. And here, like, this integration is perfect. Everything is nicely pre-connected, so we can just go ahead and create a new report. Beautiful. What we see here is a blank sheet of paper. So we have to fill it in. We'll call it like top countries and pages. Here, what is best practice to start with is have like a date range selector as we have in Google Analytics. Maybe we can give it a little title here. So this is how you implement the text. We'll say top countries and pages again, I don't know. Something like that. Top 4 decision maker. Here is how you can easily like just style this text a little bit, whatever you want. You can make it green if you want, but we won't play around with this too much. We will rather go and create our very first table. So how data is being generated here is directly from Google Analytics. And it's beautiful and super empowering, as you can just like create anything you want. And we want to do a table of top countries, but here we have top mediums. What now? We will go to dimensions, and instead of mediums, we will select country. Beautiful, here they are, our top countries. Instead of page views being presented here, we will select more e-commerce driven metric in addition to that. So we will say that we are interested in revenue, in transactions, and in e-commerce conversion rate. Just add average value order as well, because I'm in the element right now. And here we are. Here, rows per page, we want to limit that to, let's say, top 10. Yeah, now we can have this spreadsheet a little bit smaller. That's nice. Show summary rows. Yeah, why not? We can, if you're interested in this. but maybe not, because like the majority of revenue is coming from the USA as well, since it is US center. Here for the date range, automatically it's presented as like 28 days, but we want to make it a little bit different, and maybe we could observe data for the last 30 days. And we could go one step further and compare it with a previous period. So we would see how these metrics are changing. Here I'm having like a little bit of a data representability issue. What else could we do here? So instead of page views, we could sort them by revenue. Probably nicer, huh? Some cross-border shipping opportunities, maybe. I don't know. Here, like the entire data set is presented. Maybe I could filter it for just like male, and we would go include, select field, gender, boom, gender equals to male. And this is how we would see this data just for males. Here we could instead import like systemic segment from Google Analytics, so we could observe that for all the segments that are present here. Go for a spin, take it for a ride, analyze this, play around. It's super interesting. Let's create like another page of this report just to show you a couple of other things that you can do here. So you can have like an isolated metric here. I would be interested in, I don't know, maybe e-commerce conversion rate. That would be a good one. Then I can do like a very simple chart here and compare my traffic to the sources. So that would be nice to do. Let's make it a little bigger so that we can see stuff. Dimension is medium, so that's rather insightful. Then we have metric page views. It's sorted by page views. And it's something that I can work with. Here we could blend data with some other data source, but this is very advanced, so you are welcome to use Supermetrics connectors to begin with, or do more deep diving into that later on. What else is really cool is to like have a little map here, why not? Here we just like implemented an additional filter tool, and instead of medium I would like it to be a campaign. So campaign. And basically now we can move into the interesting section of how Google Data Studio is being used. Here we have like a data selector. So let's say that we would like to observe that for the last year. Why not? Why not? When conversion rate was much better. Ooh, I don't know what happened recently. So with campaigns, we have everything here nicely imported from Google Analytics. We would deselect them and maybe focus on, okay, YouTube brand was a very popular one, sorry for that. Deselect and see what's happening here. Yes, of course, source is Google, but e-commerce conversion rate is changing a little bit. See that? Super interesting. Running a network, so yeah, this is how we could use this as a filter or not in the last year. And here when we are in the view mode, this is what you usually send to like a decision maker, so that they can still like click through this data and observe everything, but they cannot mess with it. That's super important as well. Let's say that we would be interested in this data over the last year as well, and we would apply that, and ideally something would happen, but right now it's not. But we saw this example before, so that's fine. Here you can see how people from all around the world are co-creating these report templates. They're absolutely stunning. Love them. I practically live here in marketing templates. They are very nicely predefined templates that you can later on adjust to your specific needs. So that was Google Data Studio in a nutshell. I could literally go on and on and on about this for an hour, but I will leave you with another tutorial created by Measurement School, which is a fantastic way to learn everything connected with Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, Google Data Studio. Absolutely love them, their content. Absolutely recommend it to those of you who would like to learn more about this subject.